everyone, and welcome to yet another chapter of the Exploiting My Younger Self's Passions for Content series. As you all know, my favorite pastime is bullying children, so today we're going to be going through as much of the old art I could find around the house as I could. And once again, just like with animations and stories, please take my definition of art with a particularly large grain of salt. Now, of course, everyone drew at some point as a kid, but I really wanted to be good at it, at least for a period of time. I used to take tutorials online, and as you already know from New Generation Transformers, I made comics as a regular, albeit pointless hobby. Comics. Aside from books I just scribbled in, I kept them pretty well organized in folders separated by the year, and I went through and tried to find the funniest and dumbest stuff I could find in there. So here we go. Here is one from ages ago, the book with Bart Simpson on the cover. Here is a lovely drawing of The Simpsons. Ah! I can see why Bart and Lisa ended up like that, considering how Marge and Homer look. Dear God, what fragment of hell did these beasts emerge? What even is Maggie? This page has some random robot drawings on it. I think this one is meant to be Jazz from the 2007 movie, and this is a Transformers toy I had as a kid. Not bad, honestly. And this one is a drawing of the robot from the PS2 game War of the Monsters that no one has played. Here is Prowl and Bumble. Oh my God, I love him. This is a page of very detailed monster designs. But then I drew them all again on the next page, but with like blood, I think? Why? The final page has Evil Pac-Man on it, which I think is the greatest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Oh boy, and he's even got a list of weapons on him. Great. This here is my year 3 art book that was meant to be for work. So, of course I doodled in it. Here is a fantastic drawing of Atticus from Bionicle. Wow, looks just like him. This is a drawing of... I have no idea. One of the many characters I made up in my childhood was Captain Hat, who is a hat, and that is it. Dear God, his cold, dead eyes. Captain Hat has seen some shit. There's a couple comics in here as well, which I do believe are chronologically first in the Captain Hat canon. You are very quickly going to see how awful my humor was as a kid. Captain Hat set sail and headed for Ravenge Rock. He spotted a shark in the water, so he had tea with it. Finally, he lands on Ravage Rock. He sees a monster. He quickly camouflages. Because he can do that, apparently, like all hats. When the monster goes away, Captain Hat keeps walking. With the legs he does not have, Captain Hat is getting tired. Good for him. When Captain Hat reaches the top of the mountain, guess what he saw? The Golden Cloud! The end. Number 2. Captain Hat is going to Pizza Palace. The waves are rough. He arrives at Pizza Palace. I think this has to rival Peppa Pig for the most useless narrator. He sees a pizza monster, but Captain Hat uses the Force. What? He sees the Pizza King, so he eats the Pizza King. What? Number 3. Captain Hat heads for Fairyland. He runs over a ferry and gets off his boat. Captain Hat sees a fairy. He gets a bazooka and kills her. That was the end of the comic. There was no more after that because Captain Hat went to jail for first-degree murder. This here is just another book filled with random shit. I think the only thing of note in here are the Ninja comics. Yet another god-awful character I came up with and decided to make a series out of. Yes, Ninja. I came up with the pun first and the idea second. Ninja. The beginning. Somewhere. Hey, cool! A jar! I'll keep it forever. 3 minutes later. Then, like, poison that was for some reason in the bin makes him come alive. Okay. Whoa! I alive, but how? I should use this ability for good. Black scrap paper will do. Hey, I'm getting dressed. Privacy. Don't I look cool? What was that? I am the evil Dopa-Cola. Bow before me. Gotta stop him. Hey, yeah. My turn. He will bow before me. I'm really into that, apparently. How do I stop this guy? Wow, what an epic cliffhanger. I'll spare you the agony of reading through the other 2 comics, but basically he defeats him by running into a sentient Mentos tube and launching mints at the Coke until he explodes and dies. I'm not at all going to question the fact that there is zero explanation for why these other foods are alive, and why Ninja is so comfortable with putting an end to that. In the 3rd one, he makes his way through someone's front lawn and kills an ant with Mentos, and then throws a sentient bone at a dog who is then probably viciously mauled to death. Jesus Christ, dude. So yeah, Marvel DC, if you guys are looking to pick up my idea, I want 90% of the royalties, please. Okay, so this one doesn't have any art in it, but I wanted to show you a page that I called Months that made me laugh my ass off. Let's go through all the months of the year with 6-year-old me, shall we? January, February, March, April. How do you get that one wrong? And somehow all the really complicated ones after that are all spelt right. Gizmos. God, kids are dumb. Purple fold. Ah, shit. Here are some terrifying Pokemon drawings that slowly get more demonic and distorted as they go on. You got Fanfi, Totodile, Marill, Chikorita, Cyndaquil with a smushed head, Togepi. Ah! But wait, there's more. And these ones are even worse. Pikachu, are you okay? Oshawott is, I mean, that's okay, I guess. Tepig is not. Ah! I also made a little card for every single plant from the first Plants vs. Zombies. Why? I mean, the drawings are okay, I guess, but like, could have learned a language with that time. Could have learned an instrument, but no. Cactus. Here is a random card with a character on it called Black the Dark. I think it has to be the greatest Sonic OC of all time with a name like that. Black the Dark. There was this page of random sketches of Epsilon Prime that I can only assume was done during the middle of class because of the quality of the drawings. Most of it is just Epsilon getting horribly killed for some reason, and detectors on the back. That is not how legs work. I also drew Steve and Herobrine. Great. There were quite a few versus comics I found, such as Dr. Octagonopus versus Slender Man, you know, from the Laser Collection. Oh, never mind. Oh, see, it's funny because they both have tentacles. It ends about exactly how you think a comic done by a child with a fear of Slender Man would. I also did a Superman versus Goku one where I was not even slightly biased. Nope, not at all. Yeah! Superman should have died here, but I needed a longer comic. Nice, dude. Also, it bothers me how much my Goku drawing looks like the one from Dragon Ball Evolution. I really hope that wasn't intentional. And of course, every kid at some point attempted the inevitable, creating your own Pokemon ripoff. But with things slightly changed, you can justify it being different. That's right, I know what you did, don't lie to me. But yeah, I was no different. Mine was called Monster Mashers, and I made a couple of these pages with the designs of the creatures. Here you have Bosch. Bosch, who evolves into that, who then evolves into Wrecker. Rascal into Slasher into Decro Cup. His name is Cup into Molto into Antil. Tento into Octo Crusher. Oh my god. Into Atlantis. Stinger. Reaper, Betafly. Bet I was proud of that one. Dark Soul, Reaper, and then Death. Just death. Type evil. Heliwell, Heliswell. Rollout, Burnout. God, these are even worse than I remember. And I even made these trading cards for them. Wow, I was really committed to this. Some of the drawings on here are even worse than the ones on the main sheet. This is the saddest looking Bosch I have ever seen. And finally, I made this comic where they like get infected or something. And then they like take over the whole world. And because this is the only strip I made, I guess a happy ending? I found this Ninja versus Captain Hat battle comic. As you can see, I was really planning on expanding my epic franchise. And boy, it sure is interesting reading a comic where both characters don't have legs. Can you tell I had way too much time on my hands as a kid? This one had a lot more stuff in it. Here's some more Monster Masher designs, including Seedling, who evolves into Forelimb, who evolves into Treebo. And I absolutely love Treebo. He looks so done with life. Ladybug, very inventive. Lady Blast, Robug. Metal, Metallic. Burdeck, Berom, Phoenix. It's either gibberish or just straight up an English word. And then finally, Big Feet and Claw Rabbit. All of these monsters appear later in the game, guys. This is a bunch of Pokeball drawings, because why the hell not? Here is a naked Greg Heffley. Thanks. I hate it. Ah, this one is a drawing of Pet, an adorable little recycling robot from a manga that no one has read. He's cute, I like this one. An Aussie's Day at the Beach strip. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Is his leg okay? There was also just a cutout of some newspaper that reads, Batman comes to the rescue, that was in there for some reason. Haha, get it? Cause Batman funny. What the fuck is this? Okay, so one time I browsed a how to draw website and then just clicked on random stuff to try. And that's how I got these abominations. Psy from Gangnam Style, Pikachu doing Gangnam Style, that one cereal meme from like 2009, the awesome face, an angry bird, and an Enderman that looks like it wants to die. I gave each of these 3 attempts, and this was the best I could do. Oh dear God, what the hell is that thing? In here, I also found some sketches of some new generation Transformers stuff. Here is Optilon, which I guess is meant to be a fusion of Optimus and Epsilon that never got used. Below him are 2 biker bots, which were probably drones or something. And on the back is Optimus Supreme, which was just a worse drawing of Optimus, but with walking sticks attached to his forearms. I can't tell you if these were going to be used in the final comic or not, but I'm kind of glad they weren't. This one didn't have all that much stuff in it, but what it did have was the saddest looking Zangoose in the world. And Zigzagoon. This piece is crumpled as hell, I wonder why. Here's some more sketches of pet characters. Man, they were just so fun to draw. I do want to keep that thing away from me though. Here's a Pokemon comic that I attempted and of course didn't get very far into because the prospect of doing a complete Pokemon comic from start to finish is completely insane. Welcome to the world of Pokemon. I'm Professor. Blah 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 blah. The rival's name is Stoopy Doopy. Stoopy Doopy. Okay, now you get to choose your first Pokemon. Yay! The choices are Love Disc, a useless egg that will never hatch, and Dragon Core. Made up. Oh, thank you so much for clarifying me. Your journey begins now. Oh dear God, what is that? A wild pancake appears. Love Disc uses Roar of Time. You decimated the wild pancake. A wild rock appears. Oh, I get it. See, the joke is that those aren't Pokemon. You are challenged by Pokemon trainer Alice. She sends out useless egg that will never hatch. Love Disc uses Roar of Time. You fucking ended trainer Alice. Then, like, Professor Oak appears and gives him a Froakie. An incredibly depressed Froakie. And that's about where it ends. Thank God for that. If you clicked on this video and didn't just expect it to be me going through pieces of paper, I am so sorry. What I have been meaning to show you for ages are these. The Lego Spy comics. The very first comic book I ever made, if you want to call it that. I showed you all my old Transformers comics about, oh my God, 2 years ago, but these predate even those. They were based on these Lego toys I used to play with at my auntie's house whenever we went over there. And the comics were meant to be like a visual representation of the adventures I made up in my head. There were 3 main characters. An Alpha Team agent, some policeman looking guy, and whatever this thing is. So here we go. The Lego Spies in the Mask of Power. Part 1. So a gas station gets attacked by whatever the hell this is meant to be, and our hero shows up and beats the crap out of them in an epic action sequence where you can definitely tell what is going on. Back at the base, how'd it go? Just fine. Better without me? Not really. Are you alright? Never been better. My God, that is the most pissed off Lego minifig I've ever seen. At the enemy base. Have you located it? Yes, Master. Excellent. That mask will bring us infinite power. Evil laugh. Back at the hero base. Agent 1, come in. Dr. Ugly is Dr. Ugly. The main villain's name is Dr. Ugly. Okay, sorry, my bad. I didn't realize this was autobiographical. So anyway, Dr. Ugly. Dr. Ugly goes to this island looking for what I assume is a Bionicle mask. And then the agents go after them, and that's our epic cliffhanger. See the rest of the story in issue 2. Okay, so apparently I didn't know how crossing your arms works, so it kind of just looks like these two are wearing straitjackets. The second issue has a cover where Dr. Ugly and one of the agents are passionately about to hug each other. Agent 3, come in. I'm sending reinforcements. Stay there. I've never seen him so stressed. So then Dr. Ugly and his robot troops get massacred by the traps in this random cave, I guess, and some generic other agents show up to back up the heroes, and then they too have to make their way through the cave. What in the hell is going on with their legs? Then like a T-Rex shows up? That's not Lego. And then they Empire Strikes Back it to death, and then they fight over the mask for like 500 panels until Terrabot appears. Are we meant to know who that is, or? An old enemy has appeared. Agent 3 is dead in the corner. Who will get the mask? Find out in the next issue. And then yeah, there's what I dubbed the top secret zone, where we get an in-depth look at the very complex and layered characters of the comic, such as Agent 1, who is good. Okay, glad we cleared that up. 32? Wow, he's quite nimble for 32. He is a supreme spy, whatever the fuck that means. And his description is a determined agent who gets things done. Wow, thank you, baby Adam. Much appreciated. Here we go, issue 3, which has a cover which I guess is homaging that one Sonic issue. Wow, aren't I clever? That's right, the mask is mine. Terrabot, not on my watch. Wah. Now you shall join your friend, injured and helpless. Don't do it, you don't know the result. Wow, Dr. Ugly over here spitting truths. And infinite power is bad because having too much power could create the end of us all. And I care why. God, they're so smart. Talking to you is pointless. Happy exploding fool. He blows him up, leaves, and then immediately comes back. And wow, surprise, he's totally fine. But then the agents appear with whatever the hell this is and shut him down in like 5 seconds. Well, That was easy. They then arrest Dr. Ugly and dispose of Terrabot's corpse before he suddenly wakes up and puts on the mask. Uh-oh, Terrabot has got the mask. Is all at an end? Can Agent 1 get the mask? Well, apparently not, because that was it. And then to leave us off, there's a character profile for Brainiac? No, screw you, his name is Dr. Ugly. Thankfully, I only made 3 issues of this so that I could start work on New Gen, which I think we can all agree is so much better than this crap. I mean, it's not even in color. I think the only good thing I can say about this one is that at least the panel sizes are different instead of just being squares. Not that it improves it in any way, but hey, it's there. So yeah, that was Lego Spies comics. I kind of get why I haven't showed you guys until now. And last, and actually kind of least, is this little red book. So our first page greets us with a collection of Stickmen, done in 2011. Oh god, this one's a long story. Okay, so back in the day, I used to play this game with my brother called Stickmen, which involved me attacking him with various, like, hand formations that were meant to represent different creatures. Let me finish before you call the cops, okay? I don't know why it was called Stickmen when it had absolutely nothing to do with Stickmen, but this list here is meant to be like a collection of all of them. So this here is meant to be like a basic Stickman, right? You got like the 2 legs as the fingers and then an extreme suspension of disbelief for the rest of it. Biter is pretty obvious. I think this is the only one you could kind of say actually looks like how it's supposed to. Rock was obviously just a fist like this. Once again, please don't call the cops. What? Blaster was gun. Yeah, all very creative. I know. But anything that wasn't just stolen from rock, paper, scissors, I kind of just forgot. Like, how the hell does one go about making a sword stickman? Or a chainsaw stickman? Yeah, chainsaw. Don't even get me started on turret stickman. That's about it art-wise in this book. The only other thing I've noticed is this list of anime shows. I started young, I see. Wait, why is Ben 10 on there? I guess the definition of art is really vague when things like this can be considered art, so I'm gonna count this. I used to cut out toys and games from magazines and decorate a scrapbook with them. You can't run a business with those prices, dear God. In 2016, I decided to remake it by making it a lot cleaner and nicer in a new book, but the prices are still way too generous. And yeah, that's more or less everything I wanted to show you that I could find. Unfortunately, I couldn't find the main folder that inspired this video in the first place, even though I looked everywhere. And I'm really disappointed because there was a hell of a lot more actual art in there than just a bunch of crappy comic strips. I mean, there was Sonic fan art and everything. If I ever do track it down, I will definitely do a second video to this. But for now, I hope this video was enjoyable enough, even with its absence. And with that, thank you so much for watching. I hope this was a nice break from the regular movie and games video. I really wanted to do something different. I'm just so bummed I couldn't find that folder. But make sure to check me out on Twitter, send anything to my PO box if you want your package opened in a video, and of course, check out our second channel, Button Smashers, where we play games incredibly badly. And with that, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.